September 2018. Well, we asked ourselves, should we put another video out? I mean, it's been a long time. It's been a whole summer, really, hasn't it? I guess we should get right to it. This is Grooving in the Bluff with Memphis founder Jim and the Missus.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, y'all, YouTube. Hey, y'all, vinyl community. Hey, y'all, to anybody out there. So, I just wanted to say, hey, it's September. Happy Labor Day, And, American workers, it's Labor Day. Hopefully you're going to get a hot dog and a hamburger, cheeseburger. Is that what it is?
Barbecue. Hey.
Barbecue. Memphis, we have friends in St. Louis. We have friends in North Carolina. We have friends in Kansas City. We have friends in Texas. All of y'all's barbecue sucks. That's the way it is now. We just got done eating barbecue. The Mrs. Wonderful Mother took us out. That was wonderful, at New Barbecue Club. Well, it's the new location of Central Barbecue, which is well known around here.
A new old barbecue.
And so, nice location, was packed up with people, but that's okay. It's Labor Day. Had a nice time talking to the Mrs. folks. Of course, the Mrs. started her new job.
Hey.
Congratulations. She's doing a great job. And, that was great. We moved to this new place. So we sold a house. We did a whole bunch of
moving.
Oh my God. My older brother used to say when I was small, he said vulgar, but you know what? Just press the unsubscribe if you don't like it. He used to say, I'd rather take an ass whipping than move. Now, being as how I moved from place to place to place to place my whole life, because when I was a kid, I moved more than military brats, really did. I got that kind of fever where if I'm in a place for a year or two, I want to move. I'm 40 and I've moved probably 20 places. But with the Missus, I lived for 10 years in that one place. Largest time I ever lived in one place.
I'm the opposite of you. I'd rather not move.
After this move, I'm probably with you. But what we did have, like my good friend, oh Lord, what is his name? Mr. Cassette. He's my good friend.
That's Dr.
too,
Cassette.
Dr. Cassette. Mister, he'd be like, I'm a doctor. What am I a doctor to? But no, he would say it's doctor to you. Dr. Cassette, he used to say he was not a messy, he was a collector. Is that what he was?
Yeah.
He wasn't a messy. So I like to keep things clean, but we accumulated way too much stuff.
Sure.
We have more rooms, more
Big
bedrooms
place,
than
a
we
lot
needed.
of nooks and crannies.
Mrs. was saying the other day she had the fever to go to the auctions, and she's looking at estate sales, and I'm thinking to myself, we haven't sorted through the stuff we have in this little place yet. I don't even know. But how many yard sales, what do you call it? Estate sales, garage sales. We did it every weekend for 2 months. And still it was too much to pack into this place. But it's all we need is a 2-bedroom. Why need that big space? The dogs don't need 2 or 3 bedrooms. They live in the kitchen practically, right? So anyway, but I'll move along. That's what we've been doing. And the other thing is, as we mentioned, we went on the vinyl tour 2018.
Oh, yeah.
We'll show you some videos one of these days. I've got snippets.
You got to compile them all.
I got to compile them. I was waiting.
And we met a lot of cool people.
Listen, I was waiting. I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm a procrastinator, but I was waiting for what I thought would be the perfect time. And I guess I still am. But I also was saying I'm not going to do a video until I can have that. I always wanted the way I wanted,
This ain't Burger King.
No one in my life has ever convinced me that I can't have it the way I want. And once the Lord convinced me it was going to be His way, I got a greater, deeper sense of appreciation for life and acceptance no matter what happens, because His will is what you're looking at, not even if it doesn't make you happy. And the last couple of years of my life haven't made me happy. But nobody on earth that I know has been able to keep me from doing what I wanted to do, because I could have it my way. But you know what? They said slow down, and I wouldn't listen to anyone. The Lord said, you will. So keep that in mind, because it happens. But I'm lucky to be alive. I'm happy. I was out of the AFib after 4 horrendous months of the AFib, y'all. My new physiologist, I won't even go into all these doctors and everything like that. If you're a doctor, screw you. I don't care what you think. But to me, they're glorified.
You're going to need them.
I need the ones I have, and hopefully they're not watching this. If you're a doctor, screw you, man. But And,
Whatever.
look, I went to law school for 2 years. You know, the paper chase all that shit about how they treat you in law school. Look, they did it. Look, and I'm not here to offend anybody, but even though I grew up poor, never had nothing, and made my own way, I didn't get a free ride there. You understand? I had to do the LSAT, had to get a bachelor's degree while I was working, had to do all the service work and really meant it, and actually, I deserve to be accepted. They say, first of all, they say that they beat up on you in your one was it, the 1L year or whatever they call it, the first year. They do. They're so cruel. The other thing is they say that most people don't make it because they don't get good enough grades. So when you say you did a year or two of law school, say how you didn't do well. I had a B average, which for me was low, but hey, for law school that was good. Look, what I'm saying is professional schools, hey, it's no big deal. But doctors, they make way too much money. I don't like all of this stuff with that. You know, the missus doesn't want me talking about it. She's like, hey, move on with this. But my point is, screw you if you're a doctor, and I mean that, you know?
Except for your doctors.
Look, if you're my cardiologist, if you're my PCP, I love you. Really, and I do. I'm blessed with them, but doctors are just, you know. Anyway, my physiologist said, hey, look, you've been going in and out of AFib a long time. You didn't even know it. That's what's damaged your heart. With the appropriate treatment plan, you're going to get better. But the point is, even though I've probably been going in and out of AFib for years, and there were some times they really didn't know what was wrong with me, and that's probably attributed to that. This time was horrendous, y'all. Lasted a long time, and it impacted me a long time. But it's gone, and I can feel my heart is beating regular now. The medicine wouldn't work. Did I tell you that story? Look, I don't know if I told you that story, but she said, yeah, I told you. All right, well. They shocked my heart and it didn't work. She said my heart was as stubborn as I am. Thanks for that. The medicine didn't work, but the Lord was able to make it. I just went in there and that was in regular rhythm. That's not supposed to happen. But
Thank you, Lord.
Thank you, Lord. But anyway, I still don't feel great, such as it is. But we have been doing this vinyl tour throughout. We've met some great people.
Yeah.
We've gone to some, vinyl shows. Where we've been? St. Louis, Milwaukee.
Yep.
Milwaukee was cool.
Ann Arbor.
Michigan was...
Yeah.
I didn't like Michigan. I really didn't. I won't go back.
Okay.
If you're from Michigan, screw you too.
Indianapolis.
Where else? I don't know. We were in Chicago. Hillside. The famous Hillside. Supposed to be one of the best record shows in the country.
It was all right.
I love the one in Milwaukee.
Okay.
And if you're the guy who runs the Milwaukee one, what's his name? John? I don't know. I think so. Anyway, forgive me if that's wrong, man. I got a short memory these days. But if you're the one who runs Milwaukee, that's a great show. All of them have been fun, but I think vinyl's on the down.
St. Louis was really good too.
St. Louis was great, but we met a lot of great people there. We were there with great people. We met up with the Elvis.
It's always been good.
Elvis Vinyl guy.
Yeah.
We met up.
George.
George. We met up with Mr. Hall of Fame.
And Billy.
And Billy Hurst. Billy, I was about to forget, but thankfully the missus is there to remind me. What else has been going on? Not that Cody Rhodes watches this. I'm sure he's well too busy. But the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, he was famous. I always want, pudgy guy who was the world's champion. And he had this ongoing feud with Ric Flair. Everybody knows Ric Flair, he's big. Woo! But he was the bad guy. The Four Horsemen was a bad guy, Of course, I liked him. But the one good guy I liked was Dusty Rhodes, son of a plumber, the American Dream. So his son now just won the NWA title yesterday. That was interesting to see. They did amazing build-up with social media. All In was this big independent show that they did yesterday over this weekend, and he won the title there. But the reason that him and the Young Bucks have really just turned wrestling upside down, they had Jericho come there, and he did a surprise thing where one of the big huge stars is Kenny Omega. And he's like the IWGP champion now, which is the Japanese title. And he's friends with them. They're all with Cody Rhodes and the Young Bucks, they're in this thing called what the hell they're called? The Bullet Club. That's what it is.
Oh, okay.
You've heard Tyler and them talk about the Bullet Club. Well, anyway, it's a big thing, and Kenny Omega is this huge, world-renowned. You know, he's like an AJ Styles level wrestler. The shit he can do and jump and all whatever. Well, he was taking on, Pentagon Jr. or something like that, some masked guy that jumps around the ring and does all kind of stuff. And they had a great match, but the lights go out, and then they come
Are you giving
on.
out spoilers?
Yeah, well, it was this weekend. The lights go out, then it comes back on.
Uh-huh.
He takes the mask off. It's Chris Jericho. I mean,
okay.
So that's kind of interesting. Plus, they had Rey Mysterio there. I mean, they had some big names.
I love Rey Mysterio.
You know, they had some big names. And anyway, Cody Rhodes, Stardust. You know, Goldust, his brother, right?
Yeah.
So he's Stardust.
Okay.
I never knew that he took Stardust from Dusty Rhodes because I'm watching.
Well, you knew Goldust.
I have the WWE Network.
Mm-hmm.
And I was watching where Dusty called himself Stardust. I didn't remember that, but I knew Goldust, of course, Dustin Rhodes, but this is the other one, Cody. So he went by Stardust when he was in the WWE 10, 15 years ago. But now he's, doing this thing, and it's very entertaining. His mentor is DDP, Diamond Dallas Page. Apparently, Dusty gave Diamond Dallas Page a mink coat. I remembered where Dusty wore that mink coat on the WTBS show. So I remember that mink coat. And I saw where DDP had given him that mink coat. I saw that on Twitter. All of this is to say that you can just change the world through social media these days. You can do things you could never do. And access, Anyway, I'm rambling, I guess. But anyway, the point is that you can stay connected, you can talk to people, and I guess that's all a good thing. But we do stay in our phones a lot. Well, I don't know what I'm saying. I guess the missus is getting bored here. She's like, wrap it up. But I'll show a couple records because that's what I'm here to do, I guess. Not that many, but I have been collecting some rare gospel whenever I saw them on the road at these different shows. I have a buddy here that I've been bringing some back for, but some of them I've kept. I'll play them, and if I really, really like them, like they're like Sweet Soul, I've kept them. Mm-hmm. I don't know that anybody would really seek these out, but I've been enjoying them. There's this label called Gospel Roots that I really like, and this label called Creed Records I really like, out of Nashville. Mm-hmm. I guess this one is from 1973, and it's called the Johnson Ensemble. It's a black spiritual.
Nice.
Is what it says it is. I mean, this is just a fantastic Sweet Soul record. By the way, Aretha Franklin just passed away. Mm-hmm. That was sad, right? But she was old. She died on Elvis's death date. Okay. Can you imagine the Queen of Soul dying on the King of Rock and Roll?
The older you get, the younger she seems, though. I gotta let you know that.
When I was a teenager and she was in her 50s, she seemed ancient. Uh-huh. Now that I'm 40, I'm like, she wasn't that old. So you're right. But no, she lived a wonderful long life, and she had health problems, and she was in her 70s, I'm sure, right? You know who's coming here shortly, and they're selling tickets for now, and it's one night only, and I gotta have you find a way to get me tickets.
Okay.
I don't know what you're gonna do to get the money for it.
Okay.
But you're gonna have to find a way if you love me.
Okay.
I haven't even told the missus this
yet. All right.
You need $90 as quickly as you can get it. No,
put me on the spot. Okay.
Tickets are already on sale at the Fitz. If anybody wants to PayPal me $90, go ahead and do it. And I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding.
Okay, who's there?
Dionne Warwick.
Oh, I didn't know. Okay.
And she's not, she's not on tour or anything. But when you see Aretha Franklin die, it reminds you, Dionne could be next.
Uh-oh. How old is she?
Oh, she's got to be close to 80, maybe 80.
Wow.
But wishing, hoping.
Hoping.
And on the way to San Jose. I can't sing
Do
worth a lick here.
you know the way to San Jose?
Say a little prayer. Do that one for us.
Say a little prayer for you. Forever and ever, you say in my heart, and I will love you forever.
I love Dionne. You better not take me there. She might leave with me.
Oh, is that what it is? Uh-oh.
No, she's my favorite.
She'll return you.
Nowadays, age, she probably would. I could 5 or 10 years ago. I could have been the boy toy she needed. I don't think I could do it now, y'all.
Wishing and hoping.
Now I give you the look you've been giving me when I was talking about wrestling.
Okay. Oh, see. Okay, what else you got?
That was Costello. I saw this for $2.
Hey,
And
my aim is true.
exactly, I love this record. And just the repress, but it was in great condition for $2. And
Has my favorite on there?
I was just
Watching the detective.
I was just gonna resell it, y'all. But the missus said your copy is a Stone Mint Japanese copy. You don't need to play. Keep it for a playing copy.
Is that Watching the Detectives on it?
Oh yeah.
Watching the
Allison, Sneaky Feelings, Less Than Zero.
My aim is true.
I really love like cheesy 70s, 80s type, help me out here. What are some of the groups I really love in that vein?
I don't know. I just say
Oh
name
my
ones
God.
that I like. So.
Oh my God. My memory, y'all. The Bellamy Brothers is a great example.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Of course, George gave me one called Memphis, and they just hit that spot like that.
Oh, that was good. Thank you, George.
Shit, y'all. The Bellamy Brothers really comes to mind.
Exile.
Exile, that's the one I was
Okay.
trying to think about.
Well, that's
I
more like
love-
country,
love
but
that
okay.
kind of, it's like light country. Well, Chris Hillman did a number of them with
Okay.
McGuire. Hillman, McGuire,
Hillman,
Southern.
McGuire, yeah.
J.D. Southern was in one of them.
Yeah.
They different combinations of those guys did some really good ones. And I don't know what you would call it. It's like half country. It's not quite country rock. It's light rock country. It's not country rock. It's
Like contemporary. During that time, when they called contemporary rock
Right.
or something.
even like Shenandoah,
Okay.
late 70s, early 80s country. I just love that. And I've been digging that lately. And I've been on this soul gospel kick. But for today, like our friend Mark, last work at Aftermath,
Yeah.
he always used to say, today my
Hey,
favorite
Mark, it's
record
Sam.
is, because it changes.
Uh-huh.
I have to say this is probably, I love Link Ray. And of course we love Buckingham Nicks and,
Sure.
of course, Moondance is what a wonderful record. But when you look at this, Welcome to the Working Week, Miracle Man, No, Blame It on
Welcome
King,
to
Allison, Watching the Detectives, The Angels Want to Wear My Red Shoes, Mystery Dance, Waiting for the End of the World. If you don't have this, you should
That's a
get
good
it.
one. Yeah.
And they say that he was working for.
And I'm not into Elvis Costello, but
You
I'm
know-
into that one.
I don't really like his other stuff either. But I was actually at, he's got cancer now.
He does? Oh.
I'd heard he had cancer, and for some reason in my brain, I had that stroke back in the spring. For some reason, I had thought that I'd heard he died. And so one of the things I've liked about the record shows, y'all, is I'm on the other side as a vendor, and I'm seeing everybody, because before I didn't have to look at anybody as a buyer. But now I'm seeing everybody, and one thing I'm taking note of is their T-shirts.
Okay.
And I'll tell them, hey, cool T-shirt. Oh, I love the Led Zeppelin. And you'll see some obscure ones, And you'll see some alt kind of stuff, like a Fraggle Rock one. That would be cool,
Yeah. Yeah.
Or Mario Brothers,
Yeah, of course.
And it's just a talking piece, an icebreaker. And one thing I've gotten, like, this thing that, because they can get boring, and you could be tired and everything standing there and everything.
Sure.
So one of the things I played a game with myself, and they like talking about, is you have the best T-shirt of the day or whatever. But I've been noticing them, and I noticed the only one I've seen anywhere that was wearing one of his, it was Elvis Costello. And I said, oh, that's awesome. I like Elvis Costello. My Aim is True is one of my favorite records, if not my favorite record. I'm so sorry to hear he died. And he goes, don't you say that. He has cancer. He did not die. And he walked away from the table. I didn't even tell the missus that story. Wow, No, I can get it. But no, this is a great record.
Don't you say that.
They said that he was writing this album while he was like a proofreader or something like that in the office for L'Oreal.
What? For L'Oreal?
Yeah.
The cosmetics.
The cosmetics.
Okay.
I think that's what it was. Great record. So I found a playing copy for $2. Along the vein of Exile, Memphis, that one,
Bellamy Brothers.
and it's hard to find stuff that just fits it. Like
The
if you
Rebel
go,
Yell Band was a good one.
oh, that's a great example.
Okay.
And that is one that is a private press from right here in Memphis.
Sure.
My next video, I'm gonna compile about 10 or 15 of them because I want to put them on the top shelf because it's really what I'm listening to now. It makes me float away.
Okay.
I have so much stress now, y'all. I have acceptance because I'm a Christian, but
That doesn't mean you don't have trials.
having very difficult health issues and trying to find work when you're aging and you have a gap and people don't want to give you a chance, and working for people who are big babies, who are heathens that don't treat people right, and just the stuff that we go through on a daily basis in this life that belongs to the enemy, because the Lord hadn't come a second time. This is the enemy's domain right now, in my opinion. It's hard. And this kind of music just floats me away, as does the gospel music.
There you go.
Gospel music reminds me of the Lord. Then I turn this on and it's happy. You know, it's what Sunshine Pop used to do to me. But that's just trite, you know? It really is. Nothing against it. I like it. I mean, I can listen to, 1, 2, 3,
Fruit gum
or whatever. But, that was 10 years ago. Now
Harper's Bazaar.
it is what it is, Something groovy, what I mean?
Feeling groovy.
But now, that kind of stuff. And so Exile, Rebel Yell Band, no one's heard of them. Memphis Band, no one's heard of that one. The one George get, that was spot on for what I like, George. That was probably the best.
You should say, you get me, George.
You get me, man. No, not the most expensive record I ever got, because, somebody gave us, Exile, what was it, the one Rolling Stones no one ever had, That's an expensive record someone gave me, someone in Europe. I can't remember his name. It's been a long time. Thank you, though. But that Memphis was the most applicable to my taste at the current time that anyone's ever given
timely.
me. You get me. George, thank you. You got to get up to Nashville to see him, by the way. And I'm going to tell you what, since I mentioned this whole wrestling thing, a couple years ago, I wanted to go to NWA Fan Fest. So I drugged the missus. She's not really into wrestling. Well, I'm going to have to do something, because here in October, they're having the 70th anniversary. And of course, I want to see Cody Rhodes defend that title. So I'm going to go to Nashville for it if I get my way. But,
hey, I could always go shopping.
Well, yeah. So I'll likely be in Nashville for that. So George, if you're watching, I don't know if you're into wrestling or anything like that, but maybe I can get up with you one way or the other. But I definitely want to go see that. You know who owns...
About what time?
I don't really know. October, like 21st of October, I think it is. They haven't released the ticket day because they just did that all in. Okay. And they said they've already done the T-shirts for it.
I was thinking, are the lights on in Nashville?
In October,
I love it when the lights are on.
I got to order myself a T-shirt. I got other T-shirts worn at Fan Fest, but I want that 70th anniversary NWA one. But yeah, I want to go to that. I think it's October the 21st.
That's coming up.
David Lagana, I think his name is. He used to be like some VP for Ring of Honor, and he went to start this NWA. He said that he isn't going to release the ticket information yet. But I'm hoping, because I'm so close, I don't have to fly in, so it'll be a little bit more accessible than the other one that they just had in Chicago. And, so...
I like Chicago. Chicago was nice.
Chicago was really, but we were going there on business,
Yeah.
Everything was
jacked up. Is that where Skyline was? Is that where the...
No, that was in Cincinnati on the way back from Indianapolis.
Okay, so we've been to Cincinnati.
Skyline Chili in Cincinnati. The fried pork chop sandwich in Indiana. Let's talk about that when we're going to show the videos at the end.
All right.
Cool stuff we got to do. But I didn't, since I wasn't going on business, I didn't want to spend a couple of grand. Well, I don't have a couple of grand to spend anyway. To go to the All In and StarCast weekend, that would have been cool. But didn't get the chance. But you know who owns the NWA now and has revived it?
Who?
Billy Corgan? Smashing Pumpkins.
Oh.
And they have that song.
I like him.
The song was playing in the last all-in video that they did for Nick Aldis. Magnus. He used to be Magnus in Impact. You liked him. You just don't even remember. But Nick Aldis is the champion, and Cody Rhodes is the content. And so they were doing these videos leading up to it, and in the last one, they put in there a Smashing Pumpkins song. Mm-hmm. And I thought to myself, you could use that on any championship in any sport because it just fits so well. You know it. The killer in me is the killer in you. You know that? You probably could sing it, but
Probably so, but I'll probably think of it. I'll be in bed tonight and I'll be like, oh yeah, I know that
But
song.
he's the Smashing Pumpkins.
Yeah.
So a while ago, he bought into TNA, but him and Dixie Carter got into it, and she forced him out. But Anthem owns him now. But anyway, he bought NWA, so he's going to be doing that in Nashville. I guess because Jeff Jarrett's involved, so that's kind of interesting. I hope to go. Anyway, in October, I could be in Nashville, Georgia.
Okay.
Back to the point.
Okay.
Memphis, Rebel Yell, Exile. So anyway.
Your lane. Okay.
My new lane. My lane I'm with. The Dirt Band.
Okay. All right.
Dollar buy. And I mean, it was cool as far as a collector, because it had the original inner sleeve, and the lyrics and all of that. United Artists, no big deal there. But not that I'm going to put this on my wall, y'all, but
Let me see this poster.
So damn cheesy. The bands always look like this, trying to show their chest, and they look so 80s. It's not even funny, right? That's the first tell of a band that could be this type of music.
Okay.
And this is actually the 80s version of the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band.
Okay.
Which
I like them too.
Fishing in the Dark, I guess, is the one I like by them. Anyway. This is just right on that lane. I listened to it the other day for 5 times in a row. I don't remember the last time I did that. You probably would hate it. Not you, but whoever's watching would probably hate it. But if you like Exile, if you like the Bellamy Brothers, this would be for you.
Okay.
Now, I don't know if we showed this before. Did we show this?
I think we did, honestly. But I love it. I love it.
We found this
Down
in a dollar bin somewhere.
Down at Fraggle Rock.
I'm not sure, but that was really cool.
Jim Henson. And
it was $1, Fraggle Rock. That's kind of the neat finds that we had.
It's Marjorie. Yeah.
Look, I found a Fraggle.
I love those guys, the Giants.
Junior.
Junior, that's
what
it.
What a dumbass. He's funny though. Look, Pop, I found a Fraggle.
He's always catching them. Okay, anyway.
Anyway, that's it, y'all. Until next time, of course, we're going to be grooving in the bluff. Peace out, guys.
Bye, guys.